Nikos Rentas here, mentorsapproach.com. Today's email, Trump and all the craziness that's happening and how does it affect businesses. We're looking at it from a perspective of what's coming and how do we plan for it. And I've been having a lot of great discussions with people over the last month, 2 months, and trying to figure out what we're going to do. I'm launching a new startup with a business partner, and he's gun-ho on the future. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do next, what's happening, what movement we're going to take, and what's opportunities we're going to find. So here we go. Hi, Nikos. We did some consulting work years back with you, and it helped greatly. We managed to grow on an international level. You will know by the name who we are. I do know who you are, and that's awesome. I've been following you for the last bit, and you guys are doing great. I'm so happy that my advice helped you. Keep going. This is awesome. Okay. I will be looking for a coach call in the near future. However, I had a question regarding Trump and the elections. Everybody's got a different opinion on this. This is going to be my opinion, and I'm not going to get into the politics behind it. I'm just going to say what I would be doing if I were in your shoes. What do you suggest companies do in preparation for the changes that are coming? How do you prepare, and what do you advise business people to do? Our current situation involves sales in the States, but some products are from Mexico. Do you think we will have any issues? Well, yeah, you're going to have a lot of issues if things come to happen the way Trump is describing what he wants to do. The question really is on how do we prepare ourselves, but there's two aspects to what I see, and all the big discussions I've been having recently have been on what are our opportunities. That's the critical one of what's happening. And then, of course, how do you prepare to deal with all the scenarios where it could hurt your business? And the reality is you got to look at everything that's going to cause from what has been said. You got to look at where your business is fragile in the current situation. If you're importing things from Mexico, what's going to happen with that? And how do you negate any issues from stuff like what he said about the 20% tax hike on products? That's going to affect a lot of people. Is it going to happen? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen the way they're describing. Do I think the import costs are going to go up for people? Of course, from what he's saying. But will it happen directly the way he's describing it? I think there's too many jobs on the line to actually go the route he's saying. And what I've noticed with Trump is he just, he shoots off his mouth something that is in his head because he doesn't have time to think about thoroughly. He's just kind of like trigger happy with Twitter or whatever, and then he sits down and they actually figure out a way to implement what he's trying to implement. So when I'm looking at from the perspective of that, I have we're making a new venture right now, and we're going to be selling to the States, and we're trying to figure out what issues are going to arise by what Trump is doing when we're selling to the States. At the same time, we look at what opportunities exist based on what's happening in going into the States. And the reality is that you need to make a list of all the barriers you're going to have with Trump being there and with what could affect your business. You write these lists, you write this list down, and you say, hey, because we're importing from Mexico directly to the States for our products, well, now we got a situation. How do we deal with it? If he rises the taxations and if our costs go up? So what I would be doing is sitting down and saying, what's the threshold of us having an issue? So we know that if he executes something, what's our contingency plan? Do we route that product to Canada, finish our product and move it in through Canada because Canada's not going to be affected right away by the changes, if that's a solution? Okay, you make, this is just an example. So you make solutions like that so you know how to execute right away. You're not going to be sitting there going, oh, wait, now what do we do? Okay, and how do we deal with it? The opportunities that arise from it is, well, let's look at our business model right now. And being that the situation has arisen, it doesn't mean that somebody else will come up with some crazy ideas when they take over, whether Trump stays or Trump goes or Trump, does what he says he's going to do, and all this great, this great adventure that we're having on his reality show called Trump as President. And basically, we got to look at it from that perspective. So when we're looking at what we're doing with a new venture, we're saying, how are we going to push the product down to the States if we're going to have this situation? Well, there's other people making the product in the States. What's our contingency factors in moving a product that way? Like, yeah, how much money we're going to lose and what kind of investment do we have to bring into the table in order to make these changes? We've sat down and we've speculated what could happen with this guy, and we've speculated on our on our opportunities of being in a place where we will succeed and take advantage of these opportunities. So instead of sitting back and being stuck going, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We've already made the plans to make sure that we succeed no matter what changes he brings. Like, he's thinking of changing NAFTA altogether. Will he be able to succeed in that? Will we be able to make a lot of changes? Would I be happier living, being Canadian, having right now Harper still there, or O'Reilly saying he's going to come up to be prime minister? Would I be happier if one of those two guys were there instead of Trudeau? Yeah. Do I think Trudeau is going to be able to negotiate anything positive for our government? I think he's got some fight in him, but is he on the business spectrum that the other guys are? No. It's funny that we look at it from this perspective, and we gotta look at it from the perspective of, I have a business, I need to succeed. Doesn't matter what's thrown at me, I'm gonna succeed. Your business is successful. It doesn't rely on the States as much as you think it does. However, how do we get your mindset into thinking more of, hey, whatever happens, we'll be fine, and that's growing and investing in the right ways to grow outside of the United States for sure, for one, but two, look at everything as an opportunity right now. And as you look at it as an opportunity, then you'll be able to succeed. I'm going to make another video about the opportunity with this whole Trump thing, and the reality is that, it's all about opportunities. Like, it's looking at something and saying, where's my opportunity? We've been doing this for, the last 5 years with clients where we say, where's your opportunity? Instead of, well, where's your problem? How do we fix it? It's where's the opportunity to even make better with the problem at hand. So we don't look at it as just a problem and a negative, but it's a positive where we can do a swing and make more money out of this opportunity. So look at it from that perspective. Please book a coach call with me so we can run on specifics of your situation. People that are out there wondering in the same spectrum of how to deal with the current situation with their businesses or with their careers or their livelihoods, please book a coach call with me. More emails, the better. I'll be addressing more situations with this whole Trump thing, because I got about 3-4 good emails that have come out because of this, and they're a little bit more specific, and one's very vague, and it's hilarious. And basically, if you like the value of what we're presenting here, we know we can do a lot more work in detail. So please connect with us on a coach call. Please share this with anybody who would find of value, and please connect through social media. Please like us and subscribe to the channel, and we will continue to be making more videos. My name is Nikos Rentas, mentorsapproach.com. Thank you.